in the building. I figured I'd jump on here and we'll do another Q&A. We did one maybe a week and a half ago. And I don't know if I'm maybe not catching it at the right time, but I had some people on, had some good questions. So I'm just trying this out again. I think it was around the same time. I'm probably going to schedule one of these to do at night. So if you are watching the replay, give it a thumbs up, smash that like button, and we'll get into it. Until we get some people on and ask some questions, we will uh, talk a little bit about myself. We'll drink a little bit of hot sauce. I always got to do something spicy on here. That'll wake you up. Not that hot, but the vinegar, you know. So for those that are new to the channel, if there are any new people watching this, I am Uncle BullCow. Chile Chapman, what's up, brother? Fire away with some questions. If you have any questions you want to ask me, now is the time. Straight Q&A with the bull. What's up, Golf? Any questions? Put them in the comments, and I will answer them to the best of my knowledge. But I'll go on a little bit and talk about who I am and what brought me here until I get some questions. And I'll answer those. I've loved spicy food my whole life. I started eating pepperoncinis out of the Greek and the Italian salads that we'd get in New York when I was a kid. Shortly after that, my mother started making buffalo wings. Now, my mother was making buffalo wings in the 70s, guys, and in the early 80s. They were not something that you could get in a restaurant, a pizzeria, nowhere except Anchor Bar in Buffalo. And then a couple other bars around upstate New York started to copy or make buffalo wings. And they were just awesome. So started eating buffalo wings, you know, Frank's Red Hot. Sometime later on, you know, I tried Tabasco sauce and in the Northeast on peppers, you could find one. So that's what I'm about to get into next. Only type in the Northeast. What could I find back then? So, like I said, I tried hot sauce. I tried pepperoncinis. I think pickled cherry peppers at some point. And then my dad brings me some little tiny pepper up to my grandmother's. I'll spend the weekend there, and he took a bite and got lit up so bad off a little tiny bite. You know, I popped the whole thing in my mouth. I burned. My ears burned. That pepper was like 100,000 Scoville units. It was way too much for me. All the way from Turkey. What's good? If you got any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching. I don't think I've had anyone from Turkey shout me out. But yeah, I love Turkish food, Turkish coffee. Oh yeah. So I ate that first hot pepper and I got rocked off of it. My ears burned, my throat. I mean, I was a mess. But the flavor of it, I loved. And I loved the burn. I just wish it wasn't so intense. So that is what got me on my journey as far as eating spicy things that were very spicy. Those peppers were grown by an old Italian guy named Gus Lamantia. And so Gus, I actually delivered papers to him a couple years after that. He would tip me with bags of hot peppers. He grew jalapenos and these long Asian peppers that were way hotter than any of that stuff. So that's where the journey began. I would bring peppers to school in the 80s and burn my teachers and my classmates, and it was hilarious. Smash that thumbs up button, the like button, folks. And Chile Chapman said the hottest thing he had in Pennsylvania was a jalapeno. Yeah, they were even hard to get in the 70s and real early 80s. It was hard to get fresh jalapenos even in the stores. So that was another issue we dealt with. So that's how I got on this journey, was just that first burn. And then, you know, after that, I'd get hot sauce for Christmas. You know, there'd be bottles of it in my stocking, and people buy me hot sauces for Christmas presents. So that was what I did. That was how I originally got into it. And then over the years, I started, like, there was a hot sauce store in Albany, New York, Crossgates Mall, called Hot Stuff by Lunatics. Now I'm able to taste things from around the world and get to try different sauces and whatnot. And mind you, I didn't buy a ton of sauces from there because they were expensive. I bought some, but I tried. They had so many open bottles. They had this little Lazy Susan that you'd spin around and you could try them on a cracker or with a toothpick in it. And so I'd go there all the time. Later on in life, I worked there at that mall, so I was able to go down there and just binge try everything. And all right, so we got, let's see. Goss says early last spring, I remember you saying that you were going to send your prematally and ODB out for testing. Did you ever get to it? No, I'm going to tell you why. I did not. So the ODB, when I grew it, I never put any of the plants into bigger pots. I ran out of pots by the time I got to those, and I had some just in small pots, and they grew, and I was able to harvest a few, but I didn't get what I feel was enough, or the growing conditions weren't good enough where I wanted to do the testing on it. The prematales, I'll tell you right now, I was gonna send my prematales out for testing, and I wish I did. I had growers tell me they were getting their prematales tested. Now, I'm not seeing any test results. I'm not hearing any, and this is what I'm tired of. Like seriously, and I wish I really had somebody I could trust. Like I wish I could just have somebody I trust that had some dry prematale or some prematale powder. However, I have a backup plan. Okay, I did send a big a big vacuum sealed bag of prematale powder to a friend of mine that is going to make something with it, and he's been too busy. So I could always tell him when he opens it. I don't want him to open it right now. It's sealed. It's vacuum sealed. That powder was those pods were picked, halved, dehydrated, vacuum sealed, and then made into powder, vacuum sealed again. That powder is fresh, bright red, and beautiful. I might actually tell him to pinch some out when he opens it and send me back a small sample. So maybe I can get the prematale tested. I just don't have any. And whatever I grew this year, I should have saved some. I don't know why. Here's why, man. There was other people that said they're going to have it tested. I don't know if they did or not. I need to talk to somebody. I just talked to somebody yesterday that was the main person that knows some people that were going to get testing done on it. It's possible maybe they haven't got around to it yet. Maybe they haven't done it yet. But I'm gonna get some prematale test results soon, at some point. I promise you, one way or another. Hey, Clayton Hollingsworth is in the building. Yeah, so the prematale stuff. Yeah, smash that like button, folks. We got a bunch of people watching right now. This is a Q&A with Uncle BullCow. Yeah, so I want to see, and besides just one test, I mean, I don't have the money to pay for multiple tests, and I didn't grow that many prematales to get, the variables and stuff. But I'd like to see some other people test it. And that's why when I heard there was different growers, and I'm not going to say any names, so I don't want to seem like I'm calling them out or just calling them lazy, but, I know for a fact that these are legit growers. These are the legit business people. These are breeders and whatnot. And so I'm interested in seeing what the test results would be on that. I think the red prematale is, you're going to see test over 2 million for sure, man. I mean, they just tested that Primo powder on that show, and it was 1.75. Okay. And every prematale I've had was hotter than a 7-pot Primo. And so I think the prematale it's one that could average 1.9 million, maybe 2 million. I think you possibly could see highs at 2.6. I believe it 100%. Dragon's Breath 2.4. It was only one test that I know of that showed that, but who knows? All right, Chile Chapman is getting ready for the Fiery Foods Festival in New Mexico. Boy, how much I would love to be there. That's right. Yeah. So, that's the one thing is, man, that I'm gonna be honest with you. I just talked to a master grower on the phone the other night, and I said I'm growing personally this year. It's 100% for me. okay, for fresh pods to eat. Like I usually grow some of the super hots for powder or for flake. I have a decent amount of them dehydrated that'll last me at least this season, maybe longer. Um, but personally, I'm growing a lot of the medium hot stuff for flavor. I'm growing uh, carbonaras, KSPS, KSLS. Uh, White bonnet is something new I've never grown, but I do like white pods, and I think that one will be. I think it'll be good. I don't think there'll be. Growing a Maldivian lemon, Maldivian heart is I think the only red pod I'm going to grow. Um, the Papa Dreddy Scotch bonnet, which is hotter than the MOA. Um, and I'm going to grow them again. That's a classic. I really like to grow those every year. Um, there's a few more. The lemon ghostly, I think I have to grow that. My wife loves them so much, and I love them so much. It's a great pepper. Um, and I'm going to grow the Bohemian goat. Okay, I love those. They're a habanero type. I think they have a better flavor than a habanero. And I didn't grow them this year. I grew them the year before. So, embrace the heat. Am I selling pods or seeds this season? No, probably not. Um, that's right, Clayton. Hey, I ain't lying, man. My thing is this, that there's so many peppers that I love the flavor, and I've grown most of these before. So I grew the Carbonero 2 years ago. I grew the KSLS every year. KSPS I haven't grown yet. I grew the Bohemian Goat twice, but not last year. I grew the Papa Dreddy. I grew so many of these I've grown before and I've loved them, but not all at the same time, right? So I'm looking forward to having an all-star 12 varieties of peppers that I like the flavor the most, flavor over fire. But these are all mid-hots. Now, none of these peppers are under 150,000 Scoville units. See what I'm saying? These are all around that 500,000 mark, give or take. And so that's going to be my thing this year, man. I'm going to grow some stuff so I mean, if I have an abundance and I have a really good harvest, I might have a couple extra boxes, to part with or give away, no doubt. But I'm really trying to, my wife loves fresh pods. She's fallen in love with yellow pods and orange pods a lot more lately over the past year. She likes those medium heat pods. And on me too, that's always been my favorite, those ones. MOA Scotch bonnets. I don't know if I'm going to grow them this year because I am going to grow the Papa Dreddies. I am going to grow the white bonnet. And then I also got the Maldivian lemon, which is a bonnet type. So I think I'm going to skip the MOA this year, which is fine, even though I absolutely love that pepper. I like the other ones better. So I might skip that and see what I come up with. Wow, Clayton, you are a madman. No, I've never tried the warthog. I'm looking forward to getting my hands on some. Amen, Chile Chapman. All right, sorry, I just lost the comments for 1 second. There we go. We're back on track. Amen. I'm all in for the gospel too, man. Tell people about Christ. He is the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through the Son, Jesus. That's true. And I'll shout it every day, especially now when I just seen 4 people drop off the live when I said the word Jesus. It is the most offensive word there is. In the English language, and probably other languages also, the most offensive word is Christ or Jesus. I'd say Jesus, both of them. Now, no one has a problem when you stub your toe and you're like, Jesus Christ, I stubbed my toe. No one has a problem with you saying Jesus then. You see what I mean? When you pay too much for something at the store and you look at your receipt and you be like, Jesus, nobody has a problem with that. But when you say Jesus is the way, boy, oh boy, people don't. They get offended, man. They get offended. That's one of the confirmations that I knew Jesus was real. There was a few things that I believed even before I was a Christian, which kind of it makes me lean almost towards that regeneration precedes faith. I don't 100% believe that, but I lean towards it sometimes, and I'm like, that's right. Yeah, don't take the Lord's name in vain. You're correct. Um, yeah, and I shouldn't even do it joking around, to be honest. But so it's like one of the things that I really looked at when I first became a Christian. Look at all the people dropping off, man. I don't like it. I don't like people to drop off. But guess what? When you say that, when you talk about the gospel, people are gonna flee, man. Because why? They're they're convicted. You know, that's why so many people have that. They wave their fist up at the sky and whatnot. But it's all good. I'm a lot more calm and mellow than I used to be. I was very dogmatic when I first got saved, and it wasn't good. Exactly. Yeah, exactly, man. If they drop off, then I'm praying for them regardless. That's one of the things is Romans 1, you see it in action. When you go out, if you're anybody's been out to college campuses or going out to the corner, you see it and you're just like, wow, the depravity of this country and people. Um, and it's sad because a lot of times we look and we like, of course, if for your physical safety, you might steer clear of certain people, certain areas. But I don't know, man. If you think about it, Paul, everywhere, like Paul, even Jesus, like, there was times when they went away in the crowd, right? There was times when Paul, got dropped down out of the city in a basket to escape. But there's other times where they stood there and took the beatings, or their death, for the gospel. So I think it's like, God, of course, is guiding them, and when knowing when to hold them and knowing when to fold them. I don't know. And I've had the same thing happen, man. Like I had a guy one time, a guy like charge after me, and I like ran around this like pole to get away from him and stuff. It was like, I don't know, man. Like a week earlier, I had a guy pull a gun on me, and I was like, I'm not scared of that. Are you serious? And I walked right up on him. Like, I have no clue why it was like I fled once and stood my ground the other time. But that's happened plenty of times. But you see it when you're out there, man. It's sad. It's sad. I'm a lot more seasoned in my older years now, and so I'm better about praying for people and being more patient, and sharing the gospel in love. When I first got saved, I was on fire, but I was very dogmatic, very fiery, and so there was a lot of pride involved, and so All right. Yeah, right, Clayton. Most of Paul's writing were from. Hey, thank you, GW. Knows what I did last summer. I love that name. All right. That's right, Chile Chapman. Yeah. Yeah, that's correct. Thank you, Embrace the Heat. Good stuff, man. Yeah. Yeah, good stuff. Yeah, I was a atheist God hater most of my life. And then it happened. So, I tell people everyone will believe either now or during the day of judgment. So it's like, might as well do it now. What's going on? Anyways, guys, thank you for joining me for this quick Q&A. I just wanted to jump on here. I'm kind of having a weird day today. Not a bad day, not a great day, but just a weird day. You know, I'm working. Our internet's down. We've had some technical issues, and um, I'm just trying to stay above water. And there you go. That's a good one, Chile Chapman. But thank you everybody for watching. This just quick impromptu Q&A. There was a few questions asked. We will do another one, and I'll set it up. Maybe let everybody know in advance, and we'll do it at nighttime when a lot of people are free, and we'll just kind of see what Uncle BullCow is up to. Always and forever remember, Uncle BullCow freaking loves you.